All right, Queens. So we're here today to talk about how to spot a narcissist. You don't need a psychology degree to know something feels off. In under 60 seconds today, let's break down the one trait to watch for no matter what type of narcissist you're dealing with. Welcome to your Thursday Thrive in 5, your 5-minute pause from the chaos, the gaslighting, and that text you knew better than to reply to. Take a breath, Queen. This one's for you. So, all narcissists, covert, overt, communal, or malignant, have one thing in common. They violate your boundaries and then make you question yourself for having any. So, whether it's the passive guilt tripping or outright crazy rage, they will do whatever it takes to stay in control, right? We know that about all narcissists is they need control. And if they don't have it, they're going to try to get away, find a way to get it, right? And it's very exhausting. So here's what you can do. Take note of how you feel after every interaction with this person. If you feel drained, anxious, confused, or like you're constantly apologizing, trust that. Your nervous system is picking up on what your brain is trying to rationalize. I'm going to say that again. Your nervous system is picking up on what your brain is trying to rationalize, right? Like they're a little separate, our brain and our body. So it can take a second for our nervous system to pick up on what's going on. So you breathe, you exhale, and you wait and see how you feel. And if you feel like your boundaries have been violated, you remind yourself, I am allowed to have boundaries. I am not the problem, right? So there's also a quote that I love that I'm going to share with you. Maybe you've heard it. It's a good one, especially when it comes to narcissists and keeping a distance from them. It's a good reminder. The people who don't like you having any boundaries are those who benefit from you having none. Drop the mic, right? So that is something to pay attention to. If they're violating your boundaries, and if you set boundaries, how they make you feel about that, right? All of these things go hand in hand. You're feeling drained, anxious, confused, constantly apologizing, right? You may have brief windows of when they're love bombing you or trying to make you feel ultra special just to get you to the next encounter where they suck you dry, right? Because you are feeding them. So if you have that pattern, you don't want that pattern. Nobody wants that pattern. So if you have that pattern, get away from that pattern. Come on, go listen to more episodes. And speaking of more episodes, if you want the full breakdown on those 4 narcissistic types that I mentioned, the covert, overt, communal, or malignant, and how to protect your peace from each one, go listen to Tuesday's episode, which is Which Narcissist Are You Dealing With? So you can figure out which kind you're dealing with, how to deal with them. All right? I hope you enjoyed this brief yet hopefully empowering podcast episode. And as a reminder, I have my regular episodes on Tuesdays and then our Thrive in 5s on Thursdays. And if you would please, to help me out and to help you out, find that follow button if you are not following and go check, because sometimes I've had people think they're following my podcast and they aren't, right? So just go double check that you are in fact following. And as always, any information on working with me one-on-one or purchasing my Empowered Boundaries course will always be in the podcast description box. And I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day. And I hope that if you do spot a narcissist, you run! All right, see you in the next episode. That's your Thrive in 5, Queen. Now go sip your tea, adjust your crown, and protect your peace like it's got a restraining order against toxic energy, because it should. I will see you Tuesday for next week's full episode, aka your weekly deep dive into healing and handling the unhealed with grace and maybe a little side-eye. So don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss a moment, and check the episode description for ways to work with me and grab your freebies, because healing does not have to be lonely, and it definitely doesn't have to be boring. Until next time, sparkle up.